Hello and welcome to my very first YouTube Live. I am so excited to share with you what I have learned out of 29 years of being a serial entrepreneur. So, welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you are into learning tips and strategies on how to grow a thriving business. So, today we're going to be talking about now that you've developed your online course, what are you going to do? So, Tech Jury estimates that the e-learning environment is going to be a $325 billion industry by 2025. So let me just repeat that. Tech Jury estimates that the e-learning environment is going to be a $325 billion industry by 2025. Now that stat was taken pre-COVID, so my projection is that number is going to go way higher. So you developed an online course. Now what are you going to do? In this video, you are going to learn the biggest mistake that people make after they create their online course and 4 tips on what to do so you can be a successful online course creator. So welcome and let's dive in. So first off, let's talk about the biggest mistake. Most people, after they create their first online course, or maybe even their second or third, but primarily their first online course, is that once they upload everything into their learning management system, they're good. They take a deep breath and they consider themselves done. So that is the biggest mistake, my friends, because it takes a lot of heart and soul and effort to put a course together. And the last thing we want to do is for all of your hard work to go down the drain and just collect digital dust. I know that that's not what you want, and that's not what I want for you either. So there's 4 things that we must do in order to prevent that and to really feel enthused and fulfilled and make the impact and really go back to the why that we even did that online course in the beginning, which most of the time it's to have a greater impact and to increase your income. So there's 4 things that we need to do in order to get to those 2 key facts. And it is to communicate, to promote, to partner, and to delight. So before we dive into the very first one, I do want to say congratulations on creating your online course, because that takes a lot. There's a lot of organization, a lot of motivation, and a lot of mindset gremlins that we have to kind of talk back to in order to put ourselves out there and create something that we're really, really proud of. So I definitely want to say to make sure to celebrate your wins, and a big congratulations to you for even creating that online course. So let's dive into the very first step, which is communication. Communication is so very key, and it's something that I really recommend that you should be doing right along with course creation. This is really huge because many people, especially female entrepreneurs that lean towards that perfectionistic quality, feel that they want to polish everything behind the scenes and have a ta-da moment when it comes time to promote their course. And actually, what's way more effective is if you keep your audience right in the loop in your process. Because as we know, fans root for fellow humans that they see the behind the scenes. They see the bumpy bits and the windy road, not only just all of the celebratory moments, but actually experiencing the process right there with you. So maybe that means sharing that you've created the slide deck to your first module. Maybe it's popping on Instagram story and doing a little panoramic view of your office and what your desk looks like and what you're working on as you're chipping away through that course. There are so many ways that you can have a story, which is really just documenting your whole process as a course creator and what that looks like. People love to see those human qualities of what it takes before you do the actual unveiling. So I would definitely recommend that you keep that communication right in line, parallel to creating the course. And no worries if you've already created the course, it's never too late to start communicating and to start engaging and building that story with them. Talk about what your course is about, talk about what the process was for you. Definitely be thinking about the what's in it for them, because you want to get ahead of or inside the mind of your target audience and be answering the question of, why should I care? What's in it for me? What's so unique about this course? Especially because in today's environment, that more and more people are being driven to online courses, learning from everywhere, working from home. This is just where we are right now globally. So there are several things that you can do to stand out and rise above the noise and really stand out in what could be a crowded marketplace. So no one's going to be able to replicate you and your message and how you share that. And especially when you get into that mindset of documenting your behind the scenes as you've created the course, or even as you start promoting the course. So 100% think of that extra communication, which is step one, is dropping marketing seeds, keeping your audience in the loop, and having them feel like they can cheer you right on when you cross the finish line of creating that online course. So you are guaranteed some enrollments when you're ready to open the doors and launch. You're going to have people really celebrating you versus just one ta-da moment. So that's step one, is communicate. Step two is promotion. So many people feel like once it's uploaded and they've done so many things to make their course as beautiful and as tight as possible, whether that's making shiny Canva graphics or putting together really beautiful support printables, whatever you've done to make a really stellar online course. My friend, step two is to make sure to promote that course. We have to ask for the sale. We have to encourage the why behind the enrollment. So really, again, illuminating what the course promises. What is going to be the transformation or the takeaway once someone finishes your course? Definitely make sure to plan in there some kind of promotion. Now, it could look like a 3 or 5 day Facebook challenge. Remember, if you're going to pick that strategy, that you want to use a topic that dovetails into the course. So think of it as a stair-stepped process where you have a 3 or 5 day Facebook challenge where you're showing up on a daily basis, delivering value, sharing your personality, perhaps with new visitors or subscribers. They can really start to get a feel for your vibe. They're starting to slowly build those know, like, and trust factors, which are crucial for any successful marketing. And at that end of the challenge, you're going to be having a call to action or guiding those watchers to the next logical step, which is going to be that course that you just created. Again, make sure that the topics dovetail. So you've stair-stepped them to, if you've liked this content, the next logical step is to go deeper in my course. So there's a lot of different ways that you can promote your course. The challenge is really popular. You could also convert that into an Instagram challenge and do a series or a succession of 3 to 5 videos that you post, again, with really value-driven, meaty tips that dovetail into what that course is going to take them deeper and get them a more long, lasting or sustainable result. We always want to be thinking about the end in mind first, and always be focusing on what is that transformation? How am I going to pull them through, and why should they care? So those are a couple things that you can think about. The other thing on this point before I move on, when you're promoting, I want you to be thinking about how you can spell out the USPs, the unique selling propositions. Don't expect your viewers to be mind readers. And just because you have a shiny sales page, that's going to be enough for them to click enroll. Throughout our promotion, our social media posts, and especially the copy that we have on our sales page, we really want to be focused on that transformation and on what's in it for them, the benefits and the features of that specific course. So don't worry about feeling like you're going to be too repetitive, and always have at least 3 to 5 bullet points when you able to roll off your tongue when you're thinking about your course. So when you're doing a live or you are making a social media post, you can super easily rattle off why that course is important, why you feel it's going to benefit their life or their business. So that's really important in the promotion side of this 4-step process. And also, you have to be a little bold sometimes, and in your call to action, really encourage the why behind the sale. And sometimes that's difficult for people if sales is new, but also people need that direction. And when you can pivot your mindset from sales as being sleazy to sales as being service, that's going to make a huge difference when it comes to your promotion. If that's something of interest to you, I think it's a juicy enough topic to do another YouTube on. So let me know in the comments if that's something that would be beneficial to you. How do we shift our mindset from going from sales is sleazy and yucky to sales as service? Because that's going to really, really help weave that in your whole promotion process. All right, so let me know. Step 3 is partnering. Partnering is so huge. I want you to just take a minute, take a breath, and think about all the people in your business network, your inner circle, your tribe, the people on your email list, all the contacts that you have through the years of business. And if you're new, you still have an inner circle and a tribe of friends and people in your network. I want you to just pause there and think about all the times where you had a really meaningful conversation. You had something where you promoted one of their posts or offerings, or something where you had a really awesome podcast interview, or whatever it happens to be. We sometimes lose sight of all the multiple interactions that we have with our friends and our associates and the people in our tribe and our inner circles. Well, now is your time to actually have an ask to those people in your virtual Rolodex and really ask for the support. Let them in on the why. Why is it important that more people learn about your message? Why is it important that you have their support and they can stand behind you when you're ready to launch? So really, this is what it's all about, right? It's about really relying on our community. It's about community over competition. To me, that is far more important than a trendy hashtag. It's a way of living. And remember, there's reciprocity, right? So we're going to do that as well, because those are the kind of people that we want in our world. So when they have a launch coming up, it's no problem to share that on our page or to put that in one of our emails or newsletters. So the third point is really to rely on those partnerships. And I'm going to give you a couple little sub tips to that point, because much more valuable than just sending out an email, including the why, and having an ask for them to promote, say, your sales page to your online course, even better is if you could create a course related lead magnet. And that's an opt-in. That's when you've probably done it a million times, but that's when you offer a freebie in exchange for somebody's contact information. So if you can develop a course related opt-in that you can then give to your partners and have them promote the freebie, you are going to have head and tails more success than just saying, hey, here's the link to my new sales page for my online course. Can you share it with your tribe? Because our subscribers, our email list, our folks, they're not just like a name or a number or just like analytical data. They truly are a part of our community. And in sometimes that even turns into part of our online family, right? People that have respected us to come into their inbox, and we want to respect them back by only sharing what we can stand behind and that we feel is valuable. So you can start to see, when you put that filter on, how much more likely they are going to be to share a freebie of value. And you can do something simple. It doesn't have to be massive. It could be a cheat sheet. It can be a checklist. It can be the 10 most important things that you must know before you XYZ, right? So it can be something that just dovetails in again to your course, because the beauty about that is then you can build in an automated email sequence that really starts to build value. Again, continues to drop those seeds that you're the expert, you're somebody to hang and to learn with, right? They get to feel your vibe. They get to experience those know, like, and trust factors through the email series, which will then funnel them through to your online course, which is going to be the next logical step for them to take into your world. So that point's really powerful. So don't underestimate those relationships that you have grown or built upon, whether they're in your personal or professional environment. And again, make it more attractive by building something that is an opt-in link versus a sales page link. However, if you don't have the time or bandwidth, or that just feels like that's over my head, I've never created a lead magnet or an email series, no worries at all. Don't skip this step. You can still write a well-crafted email to your tribe, telling them how important it is for you to share, for them to share the message on your behalf, and include the sales page link. That is absolutely awesome. And on your next launch, you can grow into that Part B Pro tip that is on that. Okay, deal? Don't get overwhelmed because you've already put so much time and effort into your course. These are just suggestions on how to actually get enrollees, how to get people in the door to really benefit from all the love that you've poured into that online course. All right, step 4, my friends. Step 4 is the delight factor. This is so huge. And again, something that is easy to overlook, but it is going to make all the difference in the world to the success of your online program, and also like the success of you as a solopreneur and as a business owner, because you're going to start to really feel some back and forth engagement based on comments. So what do I mean by delight? Delight is you've put together your regular course. So you've got your modules and your lessons in there, and maybe you have some support printables. Maybe you've given them access to download your slides into a PDF. That's awesome. And really nowadays, those are like the basic building blocks of creating your online course. What I mean by delight is, how do we go one step above and beyond that? How do we make our students be over the moon about what we've delivered? How do we make them feel 110% that they made the right decision in investing in our online course? You've got your basics, and now we want to frost the cake, right? So frosting or extra things, extra customer delights could look like value adds in the form of a private Facebook group. It could be in the form of a once a month Q&A on Zoom. Maybe you even want to go as far as doing a free 30-minute mentoring session, a one-on-one private coaching session with your student, maybe at the halfway point after they've shown some investment and a step towards you. There's a lot of different things that you can do to delight that student. But my friends, it's going to make a huge difference when you think of it in that way. What are some of the things that I can do so my student is like, woo, that is awesome. That is so amazing. I got so much more value out of that. It was completely worth the investment and then some. Not only is it going to help them cross the finish line, which as course creators is always one of our top priorities, so it doesn't just sit and collect digital dust on their hard drive. It's always a priority for them to cross the finish line. It's always a priority that we meet our course promise and that they actually can get a deliverable result on what we set out to create that course, and in turn have them go through the course. And so once we've gotten those 2 boxes ticked, by adding that 4th step of customer delight or student delight, we turn that student into a raving fan. And that's so important because people buy from friends, and social proof is so incredibly valuable, even more so right now in this climate, because everybody and their Uncle Fred is suddenly an online course expert or has a new blueprint for you to follow. And so it's very, very important that we really get social proof in the line of testimonials and people that are ready and willing and able to refer us to biz besties who they feel will benefit from your course because they just had an amazing experience. So, are you following this kind of line of thought? The other way that you can boost this point of delight is actually having a built in affiliate program in place so that when your fans start promoting on your behalf, that there is a built-in piece there where they get a reward. They get a portion of that sale, and it can be totally dependent on you and how your business model is set up. But basically, an affiliate program could be built in to your online course, and then your refer person, the person that's referring you, could actually then get a kickback or a bonus for putting their name and their reputation behind you. So I hope these 4 points were really valuable to you. If you liked this video, put a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe because every single Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to be sharing more videos. On Tuesday, we're going to be talking about solopreneur strategies, some tech tips, and mindset and motivation so we can continue the momentum. And every Thursday on a weekly basis, I'm going to be sharing an interview with other beautiful female entrepreneurs that are so inspiring to me. And I want to share their stories so you can catch a spark of how they're lighting up the world. So that is going to be what's in store for you, my friends. If you want a more intimate setting, definitely head over to my Facebook group, which is called Women Developing Brilliance. I show up there on a daily basis to support your success. So continue the conversation, continue the party, and head over to Facebook for my Women Developing Brilliance group. I would love to see you there. But for now, I hope that you got a lot of value out of learning what not to do when you create your online course, which is basically think that after you've uploaded everything that you're done, right? We're not going to do that. Give me a high five, commit to me that we're not going to do that. We're going to continue the journey because this is a layered process. Creating your online course is only 50% of the game to be all in. The rest of it are those 4 things that we talked about: communication, promotion, partnering, and delight. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I will talk to you soon. Until then, breathe joy.